really tough to start this, and I don't know why. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am happy to be back. This is gonna be a tough video. I've said that a few times, but this video is definitely very heavy for me and has been weighing on me since about 4 days ago, and I'm gonna explain why, of course. But first and foremost, thank you everybody for all your support so far and your views and your time and your energy. And I cannot thank you guys enough. YouTube has really been a good outlet for me to talk to and express myself, and maybe someone else out there feels the same. You know, I don't know that without reaching out and making that first gesture, and that's what this is for me. So YouTube is a huge outlet for me, in case you don't know why I do what I do. But today's story is going to kind of go off of, this is going to be almost like a part 2 of how I became a unicorn, which was one of my favorite videos to do. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't have very good lighting or audio, so it's kind of hard to follow. But in case you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I will put it at the end of this video, or you can just search for it under my page. This will kind of go off of that story into this one. Excuse me, I did just get out of the shower, so I'm just kind of doing this as I go. I'm a very busy woman, so not like any of us are not. So back in 8th grade, I had decided that summer before I became a freshman, I talked with my parents, because I was terrified to go to high school with, a bump on my head. I just was terrified what people were going to think, because it's high school. It's so intimidating when you're a junior higher and you're going into high school. It's a very intimidating time. You think that everybody's going to be looking at you. I don't know why. Why do we think that? We think that once we get to a certain platform that all eyes are on us, in high school, and everybody feels the exact same way. So anyways, going into high school, I discussed with my parents about getting my bump cut off, just trying to remove it to do what we can. And we had spoke with our doctor, and that's exactly what happened. It obviously eventually come back. And at that point in time, once it came back, was kind of whenever I spoke with my grandmother, and she reinstilled into me just to be proud of who I am, where I come from, what I look like. It does not matter, because you are absolutely still special, even with, a deformity on your face, or a beauty mark, or a mole, or whatever you want to call it. You are still special. You are still beautiful. And so after that point, once it came back, and speaking with my grandmother, that's when I really found a sense of strength in my bump. It was a very proud thing for me. It's not like I would walk around and flaunt it, but it's something that was unique to me, and you cannot mistake me for anybody else. You cannot mistake somebody else for me, because who else has this? You know what I mean? That's how unique this is. It has given me a lot of pride, and has always been a constant reminder that, that is my strength. With that being said, about 9 months ago, I was at a previous job. I have since switched jobs, but 9 months ago, I was at a different job. I was actually working at a convenience store, and I would cover locations that didn't have enough people. And in one of these locations, it was a very busy highway that this convenience store was on, so it was constantly busy. I had a huge line of people, and I had a woman, I will never forget this, a woman that was at the counter checking out, with at least 4 to 5 people behind her, and I'm the only person on register. And she just would not stop staring at me. And she says, how long have you had that? It's just super embarrassing to me, because there's a huge line of people behind her. I told her, I've had it since 4th grade. Is there anything else I can help you with? And she said, well, I was only asking because I had the exact same thing, and I just got it removed because it was cancer. And I said, oh, okay. I kind of understood at that point, and said, yeah, back between my 8th grade year and my freshman year, we did remove it, and we did a biopsy. Everything was good. So, it's just not a concern at this point. later that night, I called my mom and told her the story about what happened and how embarrassing it was. And just for anybody to bring it up is just kind of like, ugh. It's normal and it's natural. I get it, but it's still kind of cringy. But so I brought that up to my mom, told her what happened and the conversation that I had with that woman. And she said, no, I don't really remember them doing a biopsy. I don't think they did. I think we were just trying to remove it. At this point, I was horrified and very terrified and very scared very quickly. After that, I did speak with my doctor and kind of told her what had happened and asked her if there should be anything that I should be concerned about. And so with that, my doctor recommended that I go to the dermatologist and get a second opinion to kind of see and investigate if we need to cut into me and find out, really dive into this. Is it worth looking at? So with that being said, this past Wednesday, I went to my dermatologist. First time ever went to the dermatologist. I was terrified. I don't know why. I always fear that I'm going to get a skin graft if I go to the dermatologist. I don't know why. It's just me and my irrational fears and my paranoias. I admit that, and I can own that. That's me. So I go. The dermatologist was very nice. She had a student with her. She gave me a head-to-toe examination. After her examination, she decided that yes, we do need to take a look at this. I cringe at even talking about this. There was some fluid that she had seen. It was glossy, and the angle in which it was protruding was enough for her to think that we need to do a biopsy. And so what happened was exactly what happened after my 8th grade year when they tried to remove it initially, which is they poke a needle in and fill it with numbing solution and cut it off. And that's exactly what happened. And I did not have a very good reaction to it, and by that I just mean that emotionally it has really bothered me. I know that it was done for a good reason. There's a reason behind getting it done, a health concern, a health reasoning. I get that, but I don't know why. I told my mom this. I don't know why I'm reacting this way. It's been the only way I can describe it is traumatizing, because I feel like if you could imagine a unicorn getting its horn removed, that's what it felt like. I feel very naked. I feel like I lost my arm. And it's brought up a lot of past issues. The very real issues that I had initially of feeling embarrassed and, everybody's looking at me because now I look different. It took me a while to even be able to look at it, because it's not awful. I mean, they did a very good job. This is nothing to do with, oh my gosh, they cut it off, It's just for some reason I am emotionally having an issue with it. Because that has been like my strength. I feel like I got my strength cut off. I've had a few people reach out. I have not talked about this with really anybody but, my mom, my dad, and boyfriend, and one other person. That's it. Because I feel like I sound crazy, but it's something that has been very weighing on me. And I just hope that maybe somebody out there can understand how I'm feeling. Obviously, whatever comes out of this, I will come out stronger. So I want to show you guys the results. This wasn't like a cosmetic thing, so it's not pretty. If this is not something that you deal with very well, you can go ahead and skip ahead. It's not gruesome by any means, but I know for me, just because I know me and what I normally look like, it's been difficult for me to look at it. But, and I haven't really wanted to show anybody. So I want to premiere my new forehead for you guys. Not really in that sense, obviously. I'm gonna take, that's of course another reason why I kept my towel on from my shower. It's, yeah, you guys are gonna get a little up close and personal, sorry. It's not hideous, and sorry, yeah, I've got like marks from my towel, but I cauterized it to try and stop it from coming back. It's just been something that has been kind of emotionally hard for me this week. I'm the type of person that I really enjoy understanding myself and a lot of introspection, if that's even the correct term for it. I like to reflect a lot on my feelings, my actions, and how everything ties together. And it's been one of those weeks that this has kind of just brought up all these old emotions of feeling embarrassed. And I know this video has not been insanely long, but it was an important one to me. Again, with the way that I like to reflect and understand my feelings and how it affects everything around me and everything else, I like to express those things as well. So, because I know I'm not the only one that's felt like this, I'm sure. It's really just part of my journey that I wanted to share with you guys. You know, I shared my journey of how I became a unicorn. I want to continue that story. I want to continue what has happened, where we're going. I will have the results back from that biopsy maybe sometime next week or the following week. And of course, I will update once I find out something. I'm not really worrying about it too much just because at this point, there's not really anything that I can do to change what's going to come out of the biopsy. The only thing I can change is how I react to things, and all I can do is just stay positive. So, yeah. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? Am I crazy for being self-conscious again? Am I crazy for reverting back to that? Because of this, I've been kind of in a weird place mentally this week. So just very reflective and in my head, I guess would be the best way to put it. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time again for supporting me and coming to check out my videos and watch them. I hope that you enjoy them, and I hope you take something away from these. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own challenges and their own struggles in life. Some of them are harder than others, but it doesn't make us any less of importance in this world. I mean, that's my personal opinion. We're all in a struggle one way or another. And I think that if we bring to light our struggles and really have more of an open conversation about things like that, we can make changes, because we are not alone. I know I'm not alone in the feeling of being embarrassed and feeling like I'm different. We're in this together. So I'm just going to stay positive, and I hope you guys stay positive. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. I would love to hear back from you guys. But thank you again for coming to visit my channel and checking out my videos. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.